No? Hey guys, it's the Injury Bloke here, bringing you simple and effective solutions to your aches, pains, niggles, knocks, injuries. And today, the first of nutrition. I'm going to just cover some nutrition for you. So, one of the most common questions I get is protein powder any good? Does it work? Or should I be taking it? And the answer is really, for the most of the population, is no. You don't need to have a protein shake, a protein powder, a protein supplement in your diet for most people. And the reason is it all depends on what sport you're doing, what your nutrition's like in the first place, what your goals are. So for example, an endurance-based athlete, somebody who's doing, say, a lot of running kind of activities, will need less protein than somebody that's doing bodybuilding and trying to build masses of muscle. The protein intake between the two people is massively different. And so then there's going to be more reason for the bodybuilder type person to need a protein supplement than there is for an endurance athlete. So to give you some figures, and you'll read different, people give you slightly different takes on this, but one that I found works with my clients is for your endurance-based athletes, so your distance runners, triathletes, that kind of person, is that you need to be taking in about 1.2 to 1.4 grams of protein per kilogram of lean body weight. So this is not your total body weight. So if you're 75 kilos, you don't take in 1.2 times 75. You need to know or have a decent idea of how much of your body is fat, and take that out the equation, because we're not fueling fat, we're fueling everything else. So if you're 15% body fat, so you're a healthy range of body fat for guys generally is 13 to 18, that's healthy. And for ladies it's a little bit more, it's 21 to 28%. So what you need to do is take that percentage off to begin with. So if you're 75 kilos, I'm going to take away, if you're a guy at 15%, I'm going to take away 15% from that. Let me just work that out and see what it is. Okay, right, pens and paper at the ready. So if you're a 75 kilo person and you're 15% body fat, so I'm going to take away 15% from 75, and that I'm going to round figures up or down, because I like nice round figures. So 64 kilograms. So I'm working from a 64 kilogram lean body weight. And then we need to multiply this, and this is for the endurance athlete, multiply this by 1.2 and 1.4. And when I do that, it gives me a range of 77 to 90 grams of protein. That's all you need, 77 to 90 grams of protein. That's not a lot. That should be comfortably easy to do through 3 meals easily. So for example, in the morning, I'm going to have eggs on toast. I'm going to have 4 eggs. Those 4 eggs will give me somewhere, depending on the size of the egg, somewhere around 28, maybe up to 35 grams of protein. So I'm just going to use round numbers again. So for those 4 eggs on toast, that's giving me 30 grams of protein. I'm a third of the way there if I'm aiming at the higher figure. For lunch, I'm going to have chicken and something, chicken and rice, chicken and salad, 100 grams of chicken breast will give you about 30 grams of protein. So I'm already 60 grams in. Evening meal, might be fish, something that I have. I'm just going to use something that I have because I can easily remember. A tin of tuna gives you 35 grams of protein. So already between 4 eggs, a chicken breast, and a tin of tuna, 3 meals of the day, I've easily covered my protein requirements for the day. Now, if you're one of these people that snacks between meals, you're going to be, for an endurance athlete, you're going to be taking in too much protein. So you definitely don't need a protein supplement. So what you could do if you're snacking through the day is you'd have to reduce the size of that protein portion. So I hope that clears that bit up for you. Now let's go to the other end of the scale and let's go to a bodybuilder. Or let's go, when I say bodybuilder, and I'm not necessarily talking about the guys that you see on stage. I'm talking about anybody that wants to get more muscle, i.e. you're building muscle. So they're going to be bigger than an endurance athlete. We certainly hope they are. So let's say that you're trying to gain muscle and you're at 100 kilos at the moment. You're 15% body fat, so we do exactly the same again. I'm going to take away the 15%, which is going to leave us 85 kilograms of lean mass. The protein intake for building muscle is a lot higher. It's almost double of your endurance athlete. So you kind of, and again, you'll read lots of different things, but you've got to kind of try and see and what doesn't upset your stomach. So for building muscle, aim to start with at 2 grams per kilogram of body weight, of lean body weight. So for 85, that's 170 grams of protein a day. So for your endurance athlete, averaging somewhere between 77 to 90 grams a day of protein, and you've seen how easy that was to do. Now you're looking at 170 grams of protein a day for somebody that's trying to build muscle. So suddenly you're thinking, right, well, I've had 4 eggs for my breakfast, I've had a tin of tuna for my lunch, I've had chicken breast for my evening meal, and between those 3, I'm still only at 90 grams. So for a bodybuilder, this is like, I'm only at 90 grams. So this is where a protein supplement, a protein powder, a protein shake is possibly going to be the way to go. It's going to be an option for that person, unless they've just got time to eat more meals through the day. So as much as it possibly grieves me to say, because I'm a little bit of a health nut in that I want things to be natural, I want them to be chemical free and all this, and if only that was true with normal food. So as much as I'd want to say try not to have a protein shake or supplements, I can't see any other way around for this kind of person that wants to build muscle. So this is where it's going to come in useful. And the only thing I'd say if you do have a protein shake is make sure you don't have too much in terms of scoop size. Now, I'd lump in 40 grams of protein into your fried shake, because you're not going to use most of that. You know, I think there's still arguments to whether you'll pee out the excess or store it as fat, but either way, it's still a waste. So you really don't be having more than 30 grams in a shake. So hopefully, I've been able to answer that sort of, whether you need a protein powder, protein supplements or not. It really all does depend on you, your goals, what you're training for, blah de blah. So for endurance athletes, absolutely not. You shouldn't need one. For people that are training to build muscle, you're probably gonna need one, because it's gonna be difficult to eat that much food. So I hope that helps. I didn't waffle too much. It's difficult not to waffle. If you've got any tips, personal experience is great, and that's what this channel is about. Is just sharing knowledge. So if you're out there and you've got specific experience that's worked for you, feel free, write in the comments. It's all good. There's always new stuff to learn. There's always stuff that people have tried and found that works for them. And a lot of this is discovery. A lot of it is, it's difficult to research and get absolutely true facts for things, and a lot of it is personal experience. Really open to any comments. Please throw them in there. All the best, guys. Take care.